by general logic, lower your heating and cooling costs, especially if you went from an R10 to an R38. And that's a fact. R is a rating, and the amount of thickness, how much, what it should be able to keep in or out. That's the way I say it. There's probably technical definitions, but you want an R38. You want to start there anyway. So yeah, if you go from R10 to R38, you should see some energy savings. I can't promise it, but I don't see how you don't. And so that's a good one. And here's your one. It allows you more stable indoor temperatures year round because it's not leaving as quickly as it was before or entering your home as quickly as it was before, and it taking X number of time for your AC or your heater to do their job. So it keeps it more consistent. Pretty neat. Reduced HVAC system workload and wear. Imagine that. Yeah, if your AC is having to cut on and cut off every 10 or 15 minutes or however long it takes to do it because the energy in your room is trying to leave, the hot is trying to get out, or the hot's trying to come in, and it's just, nonstop. Well, yeah, your AC or your heater is going to turn on. It's going to run. Sometimes they don't shut off. And that's doing nothing but racking your bill up. And that's your electric bill. And it seems everything's going up, and now that's going up too. What else we got? Improved comfort in upstairs rooms. Of course, you're closer to the highest point of your house. And that's where the heat's at. That's where the cold's at. And so, yes, it will, I'll give you an example. It's like in the wintertime. You got upstairs, you turn the heat on, and your thermostat's downstairs. For some reason, you don't have a thermostat upstairs. You turn the heat on. Well, heat rises because cold falls. But downstairs, you're freezing, and upstairs, it's like a sweat lodge. Well, this should help improve that because it shouldn't. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a thermostat upstairs, but I'm saying something's going on to where you're not balancing out. It's, well, one of the deals is lack of enough insulation to keep it proper. So, yeah. So the saying is it'll improve comfort in upstairs rooms. Let's go with that. Helps reduce, this was a new one I didn't know, which makes sense now that I think about it, but didn't know it, never thought of it. Helps reduce ice dam formation in winter. Yes, now, reduce the formation, it will keep it from melting as much because there won't be as much heat escaping your either one-level house or two-level house through the sheetrock, through what little insulation you got, then heating up the attic, which melts the ice, which the ice is there. It's going to have to come off sometime. But how it doesn't, I'm not buying it reduces ice dam formation because your roof should be cold. If it's cold, it'll just sit there. It should reduce it flooding. I might do that. But let's skip that one. Let's go to another one. Better energy efficiency and home performance. Well, that's what I go back to. The more consistent something is, the better it operates. And you're no different, and your home's no different. If you can keep things at a relatively stable temperature and things operating in their normal ranges, well, it should last longer. If it's having to work harder to maintain, well, that's wear and tear. And that goes with your AC, it goes with your roof. If it's, I don't know, I guess how does it work harder? It's either working or it isn't with the roof. But nevertheless, I'm thinking in this real time, people, so stick with me. So I always say nevertheless, but nevertheless can help reduce humidity and condensation issues. 100%. 100%, because your air conditioner is removing the humidity. But just like a barn that's got the old metal, and you'll go in there certain mornings at certain times of the year, and it sort of rains if you don't have some sort of underlayment or decking or things because the metal, the condensation, humidity in the air. Part of that goes with your roofing system. Are you properly ventilated on your roof to get it out before we start causing condensation? Now, I have seen that before, and I've solved out those problems before. They had enough insulation, they didn't have enough ventilation, so it was staying trapped, which it was sort of a good thing from one aspect, but the other aspect was it was raining through the can light by condensation, like taking a hot Coke out in the middle of August. It starts sweating, and that's condensation.